this forward for about 3 at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw on second down. McGraw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. McGraw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is, we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Down and 7 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. McGraw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos 7, Colts 0. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Eason. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Eason. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Draymond Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, McGraw. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Off the bootleg, McGraw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Broncos 14, Colts 0.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On 2nd and 11 now. Eason. Over the middle, complete. That's Perkins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
On first down, Jacob Eason finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. 7 yards, the pickup there. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Eason's throw complete here to Doyle. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action, it's Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked up. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, it's Graham. And he gets this up just shy of the 15.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Back to throw. McGraw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. McGraw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Colts, nothing.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 58, boys. 58. 58. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
To throw on 2nd down. McGraw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. McGraw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Check, check. Fresno. Check.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. On the counter, it's Taylor. Taylor's got the 1st down and more. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Colts. Antonio Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Broncos 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off play action. McGraw. It's caught outright by Graham. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and 4. Looking to throw. McGraw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
They'll run on first down. Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, McGraw. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7.
21, Colts 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The give to Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Obviously, you got... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
The fake punt gets them 10, and that changes things as they've got a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 47. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
To throw again on second down. Eason. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Eason sets to throw it. Eason gets hit and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
There he goes left side. The 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
McManus now for the extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big play there for Indy.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Watch left. 45, 45. It's going to be a long.
Here's Eason off the play fake.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes.
80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
56.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
That's it, man.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Eason. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Wrap it.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
I got one. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Colts 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. McGraw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, McGraw. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Darius Leonard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On second down, it's Graham, and he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 22. 123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Brings up third down.
Off the play fake, McGraw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Bronco field goal of 39 yards now.
The kick by McManus is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Eason. Open man left side. It's a tight end. Man hurts. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Eason to throw. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Chris Manhertz. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. McGraw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
1st and 10, Eason. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Eason. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Eason. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Taylor. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. McGraw. And this is caught. at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Broncos are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
21. Brendan McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On 1st down, Graham. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. McGraw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Eason's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
Now Eason shakes off the sack. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Operating from the gun. Eason over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
A gain of 11 yards. It's fourth down.
They're going on fourth down. Here's Eason. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing on first down. Eason. Eason in trouble, and down he goes. Draymond Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Another try after the first down sack. Eason. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Denver, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.